Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for supporting me. Today I'm shooting backpacks for e-commerce. One of you asked me to make a tutorial about how to light properly a backpack. So today we are diving into the video and I will show you step by step everything you need to know to shoot perfect images for e-commerce. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my video, hit the like button below and also follow me on social media. You can find the link down in the description. As you can see, I already set up the set at my back. Today we are only using just one light with one softbox, so I try to keep it as simple as possible. As you can see, there is the backpack already set up on the table. I'm using a white Colorama, the 135 cm Arctic white, and it doesn't really matter which kind of white you're using as long as you cut out your product. So for every of my image, I'm gonna do always the cutout to adjust the shapes, to remove any imperfection, and also it's quite difficult to get the white background in camera without affecting the quality of your picture. As a camera today I'm using a Sony a7 IV with a 24-70mm lens, G Master from Sony. It doesn't really matter which lens you use as long as the focal length is between 50 and 70mm on full frame or 35 to 50 70mm on APS-C camera. So keep in mind to always shoot between 50 and 70, which is the best focal length for product photography. As camera settings, I'm using 1 on 125th of a second for the time shutter. The aperture is set to f9 and I'm shooting at ISO 200 today. So I don't really like shooting at ISO 100 because I have to overpower always with my lighting, so it can disturb your eyes, or if you have to shoot lots of product, can be bothering. So I prefer to shoot ISO 200 or even 320. Here I have Capture One set up on my laptop. As you may have seen on my videos, I love to shoot tethering so I can directly see images bigger on my screen, on my computer, rename images, crop and everything else. Here is the backpack. I bought it from Rains. So today we are doing a front shot, a side shot and maybe a back shot. Then you can do the rest of the images you need. I just want to show you how to properly light. So you can see there is a stand here, there is one softbox above my head. You can't really see the light because it's very high, so I don't know how to frame it with my camera. But I just want to give you a few tips and advice about how to shoot it and how to do the best light for this kind of product. As you can see, there is a massive table, and because of course if you're shooting big backpacks or even large bags or luggage, this lighting setup can work for every kind of image, so this is why also I'm using the big white Colorama. But if you have a smaller one, it doesn't really matter, you can use whatever backdrop you have. If you're using the wider one, it also helps to get some light on the side of your backpack, so you don't really have to place panel on the side to get some lighting, but you'll see what I mean once shooting. As I mentioned, I'm using a softbox. It's a 60 by 90 centimeters, and I'm using as a light the Godox AD400 Pro. It's battery powered, so I love to shoot with it, so I don't have to care about plugging my lights. Let's talk now about light position. The light direction is 45 degrees towards the subjects. This helps, of course, to catch some good lighting at the front of your product. And also, if you place it very overhead, you can get more light at the top and less light at the bottom, which is not the best in this case. Also, it's placed horizontally, so the light coming from the side of the softbox can help to reduce the shadow at the back of the subject. So you'll probably see when I'm shooting, there will be only one small shadow at the bottom of the backpack. This is a soft backpack, so it's a little bit tricky to style it, so I'm gonna try my best, but in case I can of course retouch. For example, I can see there are some creases at the front which I cannot really remove when shooting, so I tried to place something inside. I'm using like a throw, so you can use whatever you have, but yeah, I can see I have to retouch for sure at the front. I can see some imperfection, like this strap on side is not symmetric as the other one, and also this side is not the same as the other. But I don't really care, because if we are shooting front, maybe I can just flip one side of the backpack to the other side to make it look perfect. But it also depends about what kind of result you want to achieve. I'm very meticulous in whatever I do, so I love when images are looking straight and clean as possible. As a first image, I'm gonna shoot the color checker in front of my backpack. As you may know, with color checker you can expose your image but also pick the white balance, which is the most important thing in your images, because if you have a wrong white balance you can change color of your product. And also the white at the back, even if you replace it, everything is gonna look more magenta, more green, more yellow, more blue. So always use a gray card to white balance your camera. Let's take a first picture. And this is the result. So now I'm gonna sample the white balance, and as you can see, the colors really changed, so everything is a little bit warmer now. You can see the backdrop is not a pure white, but it's like 97 of 100, so it's like off-white. We can replace it with a pure white or just dodge it to make it look white. So now I'm gonna remove the color checker, and we're ready to start shooting. As I mentioned, you can see there are some creases at the front of my backpack, but no worries, we can easily fix them. And also the right side is not the same as the left side, but of course it's a handmade backpack and also it's a soft one, so it's not really possible to make it look perfect. What I can try to do, I can try to make the same crease at the coming from the fold at the top, so it's gonna look more symmetric, but I won't really pay much attention, because if it's gonna take like 10 minutes to just do the styling, it's probably gonna take 2 minutes or 1 minute to just flip one side, which is the easiest solution for me. So most of the time I'm trying to fixing everything while shooting, but where I can't, I'm just gonna do in Photoshop. So I think now it's looking a little bit better. Let's take one more picture. Yeah, you see? I really like the side on the left, so I think I'm gonna flip that one. Let's make sure everything is looking good. You can see properly the Reigns logo at the front zip. Side is looking good, and the top as well. We can see the handle at the back. It's not really long, so there is not much I can do about showing it a little bit more. I can move the camera higher, but it's gonna look shot from above. So I think the most important thing is when you're shooting product like that is to have your camera straight to the center of the product, or slightly from above. I'm literally probably 2 centimeters above from the center of my product. So let's take one more picture. I think this is a good front, and then we can make it look perfect in Photoshop. You can see now the handle at the top is a little bit better. Before it was hiding. So just try to keep an eye on details. Even the strap, for example, sometimes it can happen the strap is like that. So I'm just gonna do something to make it look worse, so you can have an idea. And you see, if your strap is looking like that, it's not nice, of course. But it also depends about the style of your backpack you're shooting. I didn't mention, because there is like an edge at the back of my backpack and at the front is like very soft, I placed something at the back to keep it straight. I'm gonna show you, if I remove the weight at the back, you can see the backpack is going at the front, so it's not really straight. And you can also see then later, I'm gonna take just one picture from the side. So you can see now, I'm gonna take one more picture. You see how the backpack comes at the front. So keep an eye on this kind of stuff. You can place something at the bottom to have it straight, but also it's easier to pull the straps at the back and put some weight, so like that you don't have to retouch anything at the front. In this case I'm using just another Godox AD400 Pro, which is cool as props in this case. So now we can shoot the side. The side is going to be more difficult because the backpack is leaning forwards, so we cannot really push backwards without touching it. So probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to just rotate the backpack and do like a composition, just holding the backpack like that with my hand. You can use like the fishing wire attached maybe to a stand, whatever. So in this case, I cannot really use anything to make it look deadly straight. Let me do some styling now. We can put straps back on. And also for the side shot, we can put the straps at the bottom of the backpack. So they're going under. So we're gonna probably just see very slightly the straps. And then later I can do the image just pushing or pulling, it depends what's the best. For example, I can also just touch it from the side like that, and then probably it's easier to cut my hands on this side instead of just doing like Photoshop on the handle at the top. Yeah, something like that probably. So what we need to do now, before taking the final shot, I'm gonna move my laptop so it's gonna be easier for me to do the shot. So I can have my laptop here, or you can have your trigger, your controller, whatever, to shoot remotely. Let's take a picture. So you see now this is the side I'm getting, which is not the nicest. I have to make it straight, so I can do something like that. Yeah, I think something like that probably is gonna work. It's even a little bit too much going backwards. Yeah, this is straight. I'm gonna fix this side and also make the strap looking straighter if I can. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I think it looks okay. We can try also a less angled shot, but I do want to show the strap at the back. So let's see. Yeah, you see like that is literally hiding the straps. So I think more on the side. I think the last image we got is the nicest. And then now we can shoot the back. In this case, I can just put the light at the back to keep it straight. And then I can do some styling. Let's try. Okay, I think this is a good styling. So let's try to shoot the back. Yeah, nice. You can see there are some little imperfections. First of all, the gap on the right is smaller than the gap at the left. So we can try to fix it. Something like that. And also at the top here, I can see it's not really straight, but don't worry too much. If you can't really do it now, you can also liquify in Photoshop. Let's take one more picture. Yeah, you can see now it's a little bit better. Let me try to fix the middle strap. And here is the back. You can see the strap at the top left is looking very good. The other one is hiding a little, but don't worry, we can flip just one to the other side or just the other one to the other side. I can still see it's a little bit different, the strap. So let me try to take one more picture. Yeah, probably this is the best one. So we have front, side and back shot. I don't really like the side because it's not the nicest backpack to shoot on side, but don't worry, I think it's more than fine for this tutorial. I really like the light at the back, probably the contrast is so good. So now the only thing we have to do is to go in Photoshop and replace the backdrop and also fix imperfections I showed you in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe to my channel. It's so important for me to keep creating more videos. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Meanwhile, just keep shooting nice images. Bye!